Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Health Breakdown. Let me start with a question. Have you ever noticed it's harder to carry groceries, stand up from a chair, or climb stairs than it used to be? You're not alone. As we age, something quiet but powerful is happening inside our bodies. We're losing muscle. In fact, after age 50, we lose up to 1% of our muscle mass every year if we don't take action now. We often blame aging. But the truth is, aging isn't the only culprit. It's also what we do or don't do, especially what we eat. Today, I want to tell you about one simple food, one essential nutrient, that plays a major role in protecting your strength, independence, and energy. Without it, your muscles are slowly slipping away. As we grow older, our bodies go through a number of natural changes. One of the most significant, but often overlooked changes is the gradual loss of muscle mass, a condition known as sarcopenia. This process begins as early as our 30s, but becomes much more noticeable and impactful after the age of 50. On average, individuals can lose about 1% of their muscle mass each year after this point. That might not sound like a lot at first, but over a decade, it adds up to a significant decline in strength and physical ability. This loss of muscle doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't necessarily come with warning signs like pain or fatigue in the beginning. Instead, it's a slow and silent process. You might start to notice that you feel more tired than usual after simple tasks, or that climbing stairs takes more effort. Perhaps carrying groceries becomes a little more challenging, or standing up from a low chair takes more time. These small changes are often brushed off as just getting older. But they're actually signs that muscle strength and function are declining. Why does this happen? Part of it is simply biological. As we age, hormone levels change, especially testosterone and growth hormone, both of which play important roles in maintaining muscle. In addition, the body becomes less efficient at synthesizing protein, the building block of muscle, which means that even if you're eating enough, your body might not be using it as well as it once did. Combined with reduced physical activity, which is common in older adults due to lifestyle changes or health limitations, these factors create a perfect storm for muscle loss. The consequences of age-related muscle loss go beyond just feeling weaker. It affects balance, coordination, and endurance. Seniors with significant muscle loss are at higher risk for falls, which are a leading cause of injury and hospitalization in older populations. In more advanced cases, sarcopenia can even lead to a loss of independence, as everyday tasks become harder to manage without help. This decline in physical capability can have emotional and psychological effects as well, contributing to feelings of frustration, isolation, or even depression. However, the good news is that muscle loss is not inevitable or irreversible. While some degree of muscle decline is natural, it can be significantly slowed or even reversed with the right actions, especially through proper nutrition and regular physical activity. Protein intake is a key factor, as are resistance exercises that help stimulate muscle growth and strength. Understanding that muscle loss is a normal part of aging, but not one we have to passively accept, is empowering. With awareness and action, older adults can maintain their strength, mobility, and quality of life far longer than many realize. It starts with recognizing the changes, then making small but consistent efforts to support muscle health over time. Protein plays a fundamental role in nearly every function of the human body, but one of its most important jobs, especially as we age, is maintaining and repairing muscle tissue. As we grow older, our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle mass, a process that can lead to decreased strength, slower movement, and greater vulnerability to injury. One of the most effective ways to combat this decline is by ensuring we consume enough high-quality protein on a regular basis. Protein isn't just beneficial, it is absolutely essential for preserving muscle, maintaining energy, and supporting overall health in older adults. Many seniors unknowingly fall short in their daily protein intake. This often happens because appetite tends to decrease with age, or because meals become smaller and simpler. Some may avoid meat or high-protein foods due to dental issues, digestive problems, or dietary habits developed earlier in life. Unfortunately, this can lead to a situation where the body lacks the necessary building blocks to repair or maintain muscle tissue, especially after even mild exertion or illness. The result is an acceleration of muscle loss, often without the person realizing it until physical weakness becomes apparent. What makes protein particularly important for older adults is that the body becomes less efficient at processing and utilizing it over time. This means that while a younger person might maintain muscle with a moderate amount of protein, older individuals often need more protein per kilogram of body weight to achieve the same results. Ignoring this need can contribute to a steady and invisible decline in strength and resilience, increasing the risk of falls, fractures, and hospitalizations. In addition to muscle maintenance, protein supports many other critical functions. It is vital for the repair of cells and tissues, supports a healthy immune system, aids in hormone regulation, and contributes to the production of enzymes and neurotransmitters that keep the body and mind functioning optimally. A lack of adequate protein can therefore affect not only physical strength, but also immune health and cognitive clarity. Fortunately, protein is available in many forms, making it easier for seniors to include it in their diet. Foods like eggs, dairy products, poultry, fish, legumes, tofu, and nuts are excellent sources. Even plant-based eaters can get sufficient protein by combining complementary sources such as beans and grains. In cases where appetite is low or eating solid food is difficult, protein shakes and meal replacement drinks can be convenient alternatives. Making protein a central part of every meal helps ensure that the body has a consistent supply of amino acids needed to rebuild muscle and support essential functions. It is also helpful to space protein intake evenly throughout the day, rather than consuming it mostly at dinner, which is a common pattern. By prioritizing protein intake, seniors can help preserve their independence, mobility, and overall health, allowing them to enjoy a higher quality of life as they age. As people age, their nutritional needs change, and one of the most important adjustments involves protein intake. While it may seem logical to eat less as we get older, especially when appetite decreases or activity levels decline, the truth is that aging bodies actually need more protein, not less. This need isn't always obvious, but it plays a critical role in maintaining health, strength, and independence. The reason older adults need more protein is due to a biological phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing the protein we eat and using it to build and maintain muscle tissue. In other words, the same amount of protein that once supported muscle maintenance in youth no longer has the same impact later in life. To overcome this resistance, seniors must consume more protein per kilogram of body weight than younger individuals. Without this adjustment, muscle loss accelerates and the body's ability to repair itself becomes compromised. Another factor contributing to increased protein needs is the natural decline in muscle mass associated with aging. Starting around age 50, people begin to lose muscle at a rate of about 1% per year. This gradual decline is known as sarcopenia, and it can lead to weakness, reduced mobility, balance issues, and a higher risk of falls. Because protein is essential for muscle repair and growth, increasing protein intake is one of the most effective ways to combat these changes. Despite this need, many older adults are not getting enough protein. This often happens due to changes in appetite, difficulty chewing or swallowing, limited income, or outdated beliefs that high-protein foods are only necessary for athletes or young people. In some cases, seniors may deliberately avoid meat or dairy due to health concerns, not realizing that they can still meet their protein needs through a variety of sources, including eggs, beans, lentils, fish, tofu, and loaf. At dairy, getting more protein doesn't mean eating large, heavy meals. It means distributing protein intake evenly across the day adding it to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This approach helps the body absorb and use the protein more effectively. For example, adding an egg or Greek yogurt to breakfast, having chicken or legumes at lunch, and including fish or tofu at dinner can help meet daily needs without overwhelming the digestive system. In addition to protecting muscle mass, adequate protein also supports bone health, immune function, and recovery from illness or surgery. Older adults who are hospitalized or recovering from injury often need even more protein to heal properly. Without enough, recovery can be slow and incomplete ultimately. Recognizing that aging bodies require more protein is a vital step toward healthier aging. It's not about eating more in general, but about eating smarter, making sure every meal counts. With the right balance of protein, rich foods, and regular activity, seniors can maintain their strength, energy, and independence for years to come. Daily habits play a powerful role in shaping our health, especially as we age. While many people focus on occasional big efforts, like starting a new exercise routine or going on a diet, the truth is that it's the small, consistent choices we make each day that have the most lasting impact. For older adults, maintaining muscle strength, energy, and overall well-being doesn't require extreme measures. It comes down to building supportive habits into everyday life, especially around food and movement. One of the most important daily habits is making sure that each meal includes enough protein. Muscle health is directly tied to protein intake, and since the body becomes less efficient at using protein with age, it's crucial to be intentional about getting it regularly throughout the day. A habit as simple as asking, "Where's the protein?" before every meal can go a long way in protecting your strength. Instead of skipping breakfast or grabbing a slice of toast, having something like eggs, cottage cheese, or a protein smoothie in the morning can make a big difference. Similarly, lunch and dinner should include protein sources like chicken, fish, beans, tofu, or lean beef. Spacing protein evenly throughout the day is another effective habit. Many people consume most of their protein at dinner, but research shows that the body benefits more when protein is spread across all meals. This means incorporating some at breakfast and lunch, not just saving it for the evening. By consistently feeding the body the building blocks it needs, you help maintain and repair muscle tissue, especially when paired with regular activity. Movement is another area where small daily habits matter enormously. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to preserve your strength. Simply making a habit of moving every day, whether that's a morning walk, light stretching, or a short session with resistance bands, can stimulate the muscles and improve balance, flexibility, and endurance. Even 10-15 minutes of purposeful movement a few times a day is more effective than long workouts done only occasionally. Hydration, sleep, and even posture are part of the daily picture as well. Drinking enough water helps your body digest and absorb nutrients, including protein. Getting quality sleep allows your muscles to recover and regenerate. Sitting or standing with good posture helps you stay aligned and avoid unnecessary strain on muscles and joints. What ties all of this together is consistency. It's easy to overlook the impact of daily choices because the results don't show up right away. But over time, consistent habits create noticeable improvements in energy, mobility, and health. On the flip side, neglecting small decisions, like skipping meals, staying sedentary, or not getting enough sleep, can gradually erode strength and resilience. Ultimately, the path to healthy aging is built one habit at a time. By focusing on daily routines that prioritize nourishment, movement, and rest, older adults can maintain greater independence, reduce their risk of falls or illness, and enjoy a more vibrant, active life. Eating enough protein is essential for maintaining muscle as we age, but it's only part of the equation. To truly preserve strength, mobility, and independence, protein must be paired with regular movement. The two work hand in hand. Protein provides the raw materials the body needs to build and repair muscle, while movement signals the body to put those materials to use. Without movement, even a protein-rich diet won't be as effective in maintaining muscle mass and function. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at using protein to build muscle. This is due to a natural process known as anabolic resistance. However, regular movement, especially resistance or strength-based exercises, can help counter this effect by making muscles more responsive to the protein we eat. When muscles are stimulated through activity, they become more receptive to absorbing amino acids from protein, which promotes muscle repair and growth. In other words, exercise activates the muscle-building potential of protein. This doesn't mean older adults need to engage in intense weightlifting or high-impact workouts. In fact, low-impact activities like walking, bodyweight exercises, stretching, and using resistance bands can all be highly effective when done consistently. Even chair exercises or light household chores like gardening and vacuuming contribute to keeping muscles engaged. The goal is to move regularly and with purpose, aiming to challenge the muscles in a safe, manageable way. Simple daily routines can include sets of squats using a chair, wall push-ups, or bicep curls with light weights or water bottles. Combined with eating protein-rich foods throughout the day, such as eggs, Greek yogurt, lentils, chicken, or tofu, these activities encourage the body to retain and rebuild muscle rather than lose it. The timing of protein intake in relation to movement can also make a difference. Consuming protein within an hour or two after physical activity has been shown to enhance muscle recovery and growth. This doesn't have to be complicated. A glass of milk, a handful of nuts, or a protein shake after a short walk or workout can be enough to support the body's repair process. Pairing protein with movement also has benefits beyond just muscle strength. It can improve balance, coordination, and bone density, reducing the risk of falls and fractures. It supports better metabolism, helps control blood sugar, and contributes to a more active, independent lifestyle. Mental health also benefits, as physical activity and proper nutrition are both linked to better mood, cognitive function, and overall quality of life. Ultimately, neither protein nor movement alone can fully prevent the physical decline associated with aging. But together, they form a powerful strategy for aging well. By creating a daily routine that includes both nutritious, protein-rich meals and consistent, gentle exercise, older adults can protect their muscle mass, stay stronger for longer, and enjoy a higher level of function and freedom in their later years.